You ever feel like the smarter you sound, the more people resist what you're saying? Like you're laying down the truth. Facts, logic, maybe even proof. And somehow, they still dig in, double down, or flat out reject you. You're not alone. Most people think persuasion is about clarity. But the truth is, if someone feels wrong, they'll never say you're right. Because here's what nobody tells you. People don't change when you beat them with logic. They change when their ego feels safe. Let that sink in. It's not the facts that move people. It's how they feel about themselves when they hear them. And if your tone says, "You're wrong and I'm smarter," their brain shuts off before you even finish your sentence. That's the ego trap, and it's ruining your influence. Dale Carnegie tells a story of a young lawyer who corrected a Supreme Court judge. He was technically right. The judge misquoted a clause in maritime law, but that moment wasn't a win. It was a loss. The judge felt humiliated, and that lawyer never recovered his standing in court again. Because people don't forget how you made them feel. Think about the last time someone corrected you publicly. Even if they were right, did you want to agree? Or did you want to defend yourself? Most people don't fear being wrong. They fear looking wrong. They fear feeling small, stupid, or exposed. And when you trigger that fear, they'll fight back. Not because you're wrong, but because their identity's on the line. You win the logic. You lose the person. Carnegie called this one of the fastest ways to lose power in any interaction. So how do you flip it? Simple. You drop the sword. Instead of saying, "You're wrong," try saying, "Here's what I've been thinking about." Or, "I saw it a little differently." Curious what you think. What you're doing is removing the attack. And when people don't feel attacked, they don't have to defend themselves. Suddenly, they can actually hear you. Because when the ego feels safe, the mind can shift. Here's another story. Carnegie worked with a salesman whose customer returned a suit angrily. The salesman wanted to argue, prove it was high quality. Instead, he agreed immediately. "I get it. I'd be upset too if I thought the stitching was off." The customer softened. He stayed and ended up buying a more expensive suit. Not because the facts changed, because the frame did. That's the power of soft correction. You help people discover they were wrong without ever making them feel wronged. That's real persuasion. That's how you guide people without resistance. Want to get even deeper? Try admitting your own mistakes first. Carnegie says if you're wrong, admit it fast. And do it with conviction. Not, "I'm sorry," but just own it. Fully. Because nothing disarms people like humility. It makes you trustworthy. It makes you human. And ironically, it gives you more control over the frame. When's the last time you respected someone more after they refused to admit they were wrong? Think about it. Exactly. The more you defend yourself, the more people want to test you. The more you stay calm, admit your blind spots, or invite other angles, the more they open up. This is where high-level influence lives, not in overpowering someone, but in creating space for their guard to drop. It's the subtle art of helping them arrive at your idea, thinking it was theirs all along. That's not manipulation. That's mastery. Let them talk. Let them feel smart. Let them connect the dots on their own. You just guide the current. So next time you're tempted to prove a point, don't. Ask a question. Float an insight. Let them breathe. Because when someone feels understood, they'll want to understand you. And that's how influence actually works. The observer's take. If you want real power in a conversation, stop trying to win. Make people feel safe. Let them speak. Let them save face. Truth delivered with pride builds resistance. Truth delivered with humility lands softly and sticks forever. The smartest person in the room isn't the one who wins arguments. It's the one who never needs to have one. And if you want to master that kind of quiet power, you're exactly where you need to be. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever lost someone just because you had to be right? Or has someone done that to you? I want to hear your take. And if you're building your influence, subscribe now. We go deep into the psychology of control, conversation, and unseen power every week. See the unseen. Control the game.